guys, welcome to my Ocean One channel. I got a quick video for you today. Let's talk about why Fisker dropped today. That's what will be the topic of discussion. You know, the past 2 days we've had very large up days, 129% basically, and then we had yesterday we were up over 60%, and then today we're down over 40%. So you know, we have to ask ourselves why. So let's do that, and then we'll jump right into the video. But before we do that, we need to get the YouTube disclaimers out of the way to keep me out of YouTube jail. None of my content or statements constitutes professional advice. Viewers that follow any content, suggestions, statements, anything from this channel, do so at their own risk because you are responsible for your own actions. And of course, that's the way that it has to be. All right, guys, let's jump right into it. I almost didn't do this video today, but considering that the past 2 days I've done videos on the big up days, I felt like it was necessary and prudent to do a down day, because as investors, we tend to get very excited on the up days and we tend to get depressed on the down days. Now, I tend to not do that, okay? I'm pretty level-headed all of the time, and I try my best to look at things objectively. And I think that's one of the things that really hurt me as far as a Fisker investor, is I just saw so much potential in this company. I felt like it would be the first true challenger to Tesla's dominance as an American company, and I really wanted to see this company succeed. Not because I'm anti-Tesla, not at all, just because I think that the American public and, you know, the public of the world, if you will, deserves a better choice or a better alternative, or let's just say another alternative, because I personally like the Ocean far better than the Tesla. But that's a conversation for a different day, so I'll stick to the topic at hand. But I want to chase one quick rabbit because I'm super excited about it. I came out the other day from work, and there it was, the prompt for 2.0. Now, I had messed up the previous prompt. That was my fault, but it took a month to get that prompt to come back. So I did do the download, you know, and it's showing 1 of 2, and I have the first part of that. So the solar sky, you know, it's showing what it does and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the updates. All right, so bottom line, what do we make of a over 40% down day? Well, I think I'm going to have to go over and shut the door. My wife's yelling pretty loud on the phone. Just a second. Back. I went over there and closed the basement door. My wife, the longer she talks on the phone, the louder she tends to get, and I've never understood why, but you know, that's the way she is, and I love her, so I don't worry about it. All right, so what do we make about an over 40% down day, especially after 2 very large up days? Personally, nothing. I wouldn't make anything of it. We got no bad news, so there was nothing to be selling on the news. It's just the ebbs and the flows of the market, in my opinion. And if anything, it would have been, you know, profit taking. So that's fine, you know, traders, whatever it is. The good thing, though, about being on the OTC market is, from my understanding, the way I understand this, the note holder really can't do any more damage. It's not like any more shares are going to get issued artificially. Okay, that's my understanding of that. And then we really can't be technically shorted on the OTC. Now, you could make an argument, yes, you can short on the OTC, but it becomes very, very difficult. So that pretty much takes the shorting out of the equation. And then, you know, I'm an options trader. I mean, I am. You know, I buy and sell options all the time, but you can't on the OTC. So I think that's another thing that works in our favor here. Now, what we need to understand is what started the big rally in the first place. Well, we got the Miami dealer, right? We picked up another dealer, and I think that showed that there was signs of life left in Fisker. So, you know, the 2 big up days. Now we have probably some profit taking, some down days, but you just can't call this. Now, what am I doing as, you know, I'm sorry, my eye's itching. What am I doing personally? Personally, I'm trying to pay the Ocean down because I really despise being upside down on it. Now, I can't do that overnight. I can't do that in a week. I probably can't do that in a year. So the goal is to have the Ocean paid off in less than 2 years. And my wife and I sat down and we talked about that. Now, another thing that we have on the table is, you know, we have decided to start throwing some money back into Fisker, and I've already started doing that. I've already mentioned that on my channel. and I have transferred some more money that will probably clear Friday. So I will, most likely, if it clears, I'll probably buy Friday regardless of what it does. Because, you know, in my mind, I'm not concerned about a penny here, a penny there, a half a penny. My brain doesn't work that way. We are either going to survive or we are going to die. And if we survive, I think we will thrive. What we have to see, though, is we need one thing desperately. We have to raise money. And then once we raise money, if we raise enough of it, then we start production. If we get those two things, we're back. We're back in business. If we don't get those two things, it's over, okay? You know, there's no good way to slice that or dice that. So if we get money, whether that is through a merger, whether that is private, whether that is through the note holder, whether that is an equity loan, line, whatever you want to come up with, if we get money and we get enough money that our balance sheet looks good, and, you know, of course we're selling the oceans, okay? I'm just totally dismissing that. We're not going to get enough money from selling the ocean to do this alone. So, you know, we already had that bridge loan of $150 million, but that's before we got delisted on the New York Stock Exchange. So I don't know how all that's going to play out. So we have the 21st coming up, and that's a major date for us. I think what Fisker is trying to do right now, this is my best guess, I think Fisker is trying to appease the note holder. And the note holder is trying to scratch their head saying, do we loan them some more money? Do we do that? You know, I don't know what they're going to do. I have no idea. But I think it's in their best interest to see Fisker survive. So, you know, maybe we get a combination of funds from the note holder or somewhere else. You know, maybe we have some people step up that's willing to invest, because I really think Fisker's worth saving. I would love to see what this company looks like in 3 years and 4 years and 10 years from now. I think it would be a monster, but we have to survive. So the two things we have to look for: raise money, start production. If we get those two things, you know, looks good. If we don't, it's over. So that's what we need to look for. Now, if we were to get those two things in quick order, what would the share price do? You know, I would say the share price would climb extremely rapidly, extremely violently rapidly. Because if you remember, it wasn't long ago, you know, we were $5, $6, $7. And then we had the 10Q fiasco. And then right after that, we had the 10K fiasco. And the share price just got absolutely decimated because of those two terrible things that happened, you know, with the accounting fiasco that we had. All right, guys, I don't have much else to say. I just wanted to let you guys know that, you know, I recognize the down days as well as I recognize the up days. I just don't make too much of either unless we have news. So the two positive days were positive, I think, because we had positive news. Down days are just a natural progression of after having, you know, big up days. So there you go. There you have it. If you have anything you would like to add, just drop the comments. I try to read every comment. I really do. And I try to, you know, respond to most comments when it's appropriate. If you like what I'm doing with the channel, please hit the like button. If you've not subscribed, consider subscribing. That way you don't miss anything. My number one concern is just to get accurate information out for you guys. So hopefully, you know, I'm doing my little part with the YouTube channel here, and hopefully Fisker survives this, because I definitely think we're worth saving. All right, guys, thanks a lot, and until next time.